It is time you stop wasting your energy trying to get revenge. It's pointless. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we talk all about fitness, personal development, self-improvement. Have these little talks to, try to motivate you to get your shit together. Basically anything that we need to know in order to level up. So if you are interested in any of those, do not forget to subscribe because it helps me out a ton and I am so close to getting monetized and, help your girl out. I'm a Scorpio, and one thing about us is that we like our revenge. You do us dirty and we want to do you dirty. I used to be such a sucker for this. I wasted so much of my time trying to get revenge. And it's like, you think that you are hurting somebody else, and maybe you do hurt somebody else, but you are hurting yourself more when you seek out revenge. And this is kind of what happens. A lot of us get hurt by either like a family member, some friends, a loved one, whoever it is, right? We get hurt. Our ego gets a little bruised, or maybe we're feeling heartbroken or betrayed. And we want to get a revenge. We want to get them back. We feel like it is our duty to make sure that they pay for the pain that they've inflicted on us. And it's not. I've been love bombed. I've been just done so dirty. Like, think about I don't even want to say it, but think about like the dirtiest thing that somebody could do to you, a boyfriend, and like times it times 10. Like actually, no. I'm not going to say that. It probably wasn't even that bad. But to me, like, it just felt so bad. And it's because my ego got a little bruised. Treated me horrendously during the relationship. I got dumped. And then after that, like, it wasn't enough to humiliate me like that. He had to go and do some other stuff after we literally hadn't even talked anymore. Like, he was still trying to do me dirty. And I wanted my revenge. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this and this. I came out with a whole plan. I'm going to go after his friends. I'm going to look so hot. He's going to want me back. I'm going to go back and play him. That was my thing. I was so mad at, like, men because so many men had done me dirty. And so I started adopting this thing where it's like, I truly, like, I don't give a about men anymore. I don't like men. I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to go find any little boy I can find and I'm going to go and play them. That was what I did for, I think, like a year, 2 years during like the pandemic. Basically, that's how I spent my COVID, being the little boy to these little boys. And it was such a waste of my time. It was such a waste of my energy. And the whole time I was like, oh, I'm going to get my revenge. I'm going to get my revenge for myself. I'm going to go get revenge for all this girl and this girl and this girl. And I did. I made them feel small. I did them dirty. And I didn't realize that the whole time the joke was on me. I was exerting my energy, my time, my mental space on hurting these men because I wanted revenge. Put my self-growth, my mental growth, like therapy, my self-improvement journey on pause when I could have been going after my dreams, or at least figuring out who I was, dedicating that space for me to truly just get to know myself and grow. And that's when I came back to my senses. And when I stopped giving like really just like, you know what, you did me dirty, okay, fine, whatever, that's your problem. That is when these like little narcissists, it flipped a switch, and all of a sudden they were the ones pursuing, they were the ones, oh, I'm sorry. At that point, like when I had come to my senses, like it didn't even matter anymore. I was over it. And that's kind of when it all clicked, that there was no point for me to even venture out and get revenge, because my absence alone was revenge enough. And so here's the thing. When you show up authentically as who you are, you aim to add value to other people's lives, because that is like what you should do, right? Whether it's a friend, it's a family member, whoever you have contact with, in my opinion, like you should aim to add something to their life, whether it's like really genuine companionship, solid advice, looking out for them, a space to vent, like whatever it is, like you should, that is what friends do, that is what loved ones should do, just help each other out. And so when you do that to the people in your life, and when you show up as your authentic self, by that I mean you show up with your quirks, you show up with your faults, you show up with everything that makes you you, and you're listening to people and you're maybe making them smile, you're being with them through a hard time. When you take that away from someone and where you're like, you know what, I'm helping you, you did me dirty, you betrayed me, you hurt me, I'm gonna take myself and leave and walk away, your absence will be felt. You don't think they're gonna miss your little quirks? They were with you for a reason, they spent time with you for a reason. You made them laugh, you made them smile, you were there for them. You don't think they're gonna miss that? Your absence is the revenge. You denying access to you is the revenge. You don't have to exert any more of your energy trying to go and get your revenge. It's kind of like when you think about old coworkers. I don't know about you, but I had coworkers in the past who were really mean, horrible people. I'm gonna hold the mic because I don't know how good the audio is like sounding. But like these coworkers, maybe I would constantly argue with them. They would bully me. I've said it already on this channel, but before I used to have managers who were literally pieces of shit. Little mean high school girls. That is how they acted. Harassment constantly. They would make me cry. I would go to the bathroom to cry. And that is how mean they were. Or I would also have this other coworker who we would always butt heads, but like this person, like he was like actually like a genuine person. Like he had good intentions. Sometimes maybe he had a little bit of anger and I also had a little bit of anger pop out and we would like butt heads. But now that I am like far away from that place, there are definitely times where like I miss that work environment. I miss like the little silly little arguments, the butting heads, the little conflicts. Like I just miss even seeing those people, and sometimes we would have good days. And it's not because they were great people, it's not because that was like a really good environment, because it wasn't. It's just because we're humans and naturally we feel absence. So imagine how deeply someone will feel your absence when you were actually a positive force in their life. If you have even once missed a person who treated you like shit, even just for a little bit, you're like, oh, but I remember this like one good memory, and it passes you, right? You briefly like miss them at their best. Imagine when you constantly like were a good person. Maybe you have somebody who was just like the best of friends, like she was so supportive, she was like an amazing friend, like she went above and beyond all the time. Someone like that, someone who actually cared about you, and maybe you did them dirty, them over, and they left, they got self-respect, they packed their bags and they left, they walked out of your life. You're gonna miss them. You're gonna miss them a lot. Like time and time again, you're like, oh god, why did I do that? I did them so dirty, and for what? They were such a good person. Why did I do that? So that's the kicker. Like you have to focus on showing up as the best version of yourself, as your authentic self, because even that, like, I mean, you have your own little quirks. You can't find a person who is going to emulate you to like the full extent. Like it's not possible. So when you show up as like your full authentic self, and you don't try to put up a front, pretend like you're somebody else, your absence will be felt right away, because where else are they going to find a person like you? Nowhere. Like it's just not possible. Now, when you combine that with also you showing up as a genuine person, you showing up as a kind person, as a loving person, good luck to them. Where else are they going to find that? And so a lot of us get hurt and we focus so much on getting revenge, which I already went over is pointless, unnecessary. If anything, it does the opposite effect, because you go out there, you get your revenge, and then you prove them right. And then you leave out of their life and you're like, and they're the whole time they're thinking like, yeah, she's crazy, she was weird, I remember she did this, and now like you destroyed all of the good that you did in that person's life, and they don't feel any sympathy for you, they don't feel any guilt for doing you dirty. Like now you're the villain. Which, I mean, if you like, it just doesn't make sense. It has like the opposite effect when you go out and try to get your revenge. But a lot of us also, we enter new relationships or new friendships guarded with all of these walls up. We're afraid to love. We're scared to be kind to others. We're hesitant on being too generous because the last time we got burned, and that we don't realize by doing that, we are actually doing a disservice to ourselves. We think we're protecting ourselves, but we're not. We are robbing ourselves of the fullness of who we are because of fear, and that's not fair. Your softness, your love, your generosity, your kindness, those are all strengths that you are able to offer the world. But if you start letting somebody turn you into someone you're not, to a cold, heartless bitch, to somebody who always has like all these walls up, then you're not allowing yourself to form a genuine connection with others, because you're not showing up as your authentic self. You're not that cold-hearted bitch. You're a kind person. And then when they leave, or if they leave, because, you know, when people sense when you're putting up a front, they will eventually get tired of it, or that front will come down and your true self will come down. And then the whole time that person's like, wait, I actually don't like this person. I like the person before, but you're not that person. So anyways, that relationship ends and you're left feeling hurt and heartbroken, and now you can't get your revenge. Your true revenge was your absence. Like, does that make sense? This kind of happened to me. But yeah, like, don't put too much energy into revenge is like the key takeaway here. Revenge is not empowering. It's a distraction from your healing. Your energy is like 100 times better spent on yourself and you trying to grow and you trying to heal yourself. And also, it's so important to show up as our authentic selves, because people will feel the loss of someone who was a positive force in their lives, who added value to their lives. And that is going to be the revenge. So whenever you show up into a new relationship, make sure you're trying to be a positive force in that person's life, and make sure you're being genuine. So if they ever do you dirty, like, you know that you don't even have to go and seek out your revenge. Your revenge is just you not being there. But yeah, other than that, that was all that I had for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, do not forget to like and subscribe if this resonated with you, and add your input. Like, does this even resonate with you? Am I the only one with this particular experience? But yeah, I kind of just had to do like some self-reflection for this one. I used to be like such a petty ass bitch, and the whole time I was just doing myself a disservice. I really was. So if I could save at least one person from going on that journey of being petty and getting revenge, and no, you do you focus on you, and your absence is the revenge. But yeah, until next time, bye.